It all began with a single Instagram post that seemed harmless at first, but quickly sparked a massive online stir. Selena Gomez, curled up on her couch and scrolling through old memories, shared a throwback photo album with the caption, "Lil, blast from the past, because basically I'm lying horizontal RN and reminiscing about some memories." It looked sweet and nostalgic, innocent even, but fans weren't taking it at face value. They jumped into full-on detective mode, examining every picture closely. Among the collection, one photo immediately grabbed attention: Selena smiling next to Teresa Marie, her former assistant and once close friend. The same Teresa she reportedly unfollowed not long ago. A post that seemed casual suddenly became a potential clue in her romantic life with Blanco. What escalated the speculation was timing. Fans noticed that in recent weeks, Selena hadn't shared anything openly affectionate with Benny. Not a hug, a kiss, or even a playful comment on his post. Seeing Teresa back on her feed gave the internet the fuel it needed. Maybe something was off in Selena and Benny's relationship. Rumors even swirled about Benny himself, with some suggesting he might have been checking out Teresa's OnlyFans. Those whispers quickly spread, fueling gossip that moved faster than wildfire. Selena didn't rush to clarify or comment. Instead, her post seemed to do the talking. Alongside Teresa's photo was another snapshot with Taylor Swift, someone Selena leans on for emotional support. That wasn't a random choice. It was a subtle signal of who she trusts and where her loyalty lies. Fans picked up on it immediately. Teresa still interacted with rare beauty posts. Benny still followed Teresa, and suddenly, the lines blurred. The question became, was there really a major issue, or was the online speculation overblown? Still, some fans couldn't ignore the small changes that hinted at something deeper. Her signature B ring wasn't showing up in recent posts. Benny's usual appearances on her feed were missing. Even interviews where Selena had previously been radiant about her romance now seemed slightly restrained. When pieced together, these small details painted a picture that suggested a quiet shift, rather than an obvious fallout. Adding to the intrigue, a report claimed Selena had begun questioning her relationship's future, not because of fights, but due to a persistent worry she couldn't shake. The report didn't reveal specifics, but it was enough to keep fans glued to every update. This all came at a delicate moment in her career. Just months earlier, Selena and Benny had released a collaborative project, I Said I Love You First, a romantic album that immediately climbed the charts. It debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, broke vinyl sales records, and received praise for its storytelling. Each song felt like a glimpse into their relationship, with tracks such as Call Me When You Break Up, Sunset Bold, and Ojos Tristes acting like diary entries set to music. Fans had seen the album as a love letter between the two, and now, with rumors swirling, the lyrics suddenly seemed to take on a new, bittersweet meaning. What had felt like promises now sounded almost like premonitions. Naturally, fans split into different camps. Some were convinced Selena's post was a subtle sign that something was wrong. Others defended her, saying she didn't need to spell everything out and that the photo with Teresa was her way of drawing boundaries. Many highlighted the Taylor Swift snapshot as a reminder of where Selena draws her strength. Still, the theories kept piling up. Maybe the unfollow situation was insignificant, maybe Benny and Teresa's connection was exaggerated, or maybe Selena was simply reminiscing. Despite the various explanations, the tension refused to fade. If this is the start of a breakup, the impact on Selena's career could be significant. She's at a high point not just in music, but also as a beauty entrepreneur and actress. Her brand thrives on honesty, vulnerability, and emotional connection. Heartbreak could inspire her most confessional, soul-stirring music yet, resonating deeply with fans. On the other hand, it could also shift attention away from her art and toward gossip about her personal life, which she has worked hard to manage. It's a tricky balance, one that requires careful handling. Of course, it's possible the drama isn't as serious as fans imagine. Reports still suggest her wedding to Benny is planned for September in Montecito, California, potentially as a 2-day event that could be intimate or filled with celebrity guests. If that's true, the frenzy might simply be another wave of over-enthusiastic speculation. Yet with the timing of the posts, the subtle cues in her photos, and the general silence from Selena, it's hard for fans to just let it go. The mystery lingers, leaving everyone watching closely for the next clue. Fans are left wondering what's real and what's imagined, and every small detail is being dissected, from missing rings to quiet interviews, from a seemingly innocent throwback post to the carefully chosen photos with close friends. Everything is being interpreted as a possible signal. In a world where every gesture can be magnified online, even casual actions are scrutinized for hidden meanings. The internet has turned every picture, every like, and every comment into a piece of a puzzle, and Selena's every move is being read as a potential chapter in her personal story. Even as speculation mounts, one thing remains clear. Selena knows how to control the narrative without saying a word. Whether it's signaling loyalty, drawing boundaries, or simply sharing memories, She keeps fans guessing, and while rumors about her relationship with Benny swirl endlessly, her career and her creative output continue to shine, reminding everyone that no matter the chatter, the artist herself remains at the center of the story. The unfolding situation shows just how closely fans watch, how quickly gossip spreads, and how every small detail can become part of a much larger narrative. In the midst of it all, Selena's subtle messages are doing the work that headlines might normally demand. It's a reminder of the power of presence over words, of nuance over statements, and of the delicate balance between personal life and public perception. And for fans, that balance makes every post, every photo, and every like a potential clue in an ongoing story that's far from over. The timing couldn't be more delicate. Just a few months ago, Selena was riding high, celebrating success with Benny by her side. Their collaborative album wasn't just another release. It felt like a personal statement. Critics called it one of the most intimate projects of her career, filled with raw emotion and details fans hadn't seen before. For many, it seemed to confirm that her love life had found stability after years of ups and downs. But now, the same lyrics that once felt joyful are being dissected for hidden messages. Songs that celebrated love are now being read as possible. Warnings. Call me when you break up. Once playful, now seems a little haunting. Sunset Belvedere, instead of being a nostalgic ode, feels like a reflection on fleeting moments. Even Ojos Tristes, which dominated the Latin charts, has taken on a slightly ominous tone, as though the album itself has shifted meaning overnight. Selena's influence stretches beyond music. Her brand, Rare Beauty, thrives because fans see it as a reflection of her personality, authentic, vulnerable, and grounded in real experiences. Her acting, especially in Only Murders in the Building, resonates for the same reason. Audiences feel they're watching someone genuine, someone who carries complexity and heart. If her relationship with Benny were to falter, the ripple effect would go far beyond her personal life. Every lipstick launch, every interview, every Instagram post would suddenly be read as part of that story. Selena understands this, which is why her quiet approach feels intentional. She's faced media storms like this before and has usually weathered them with the same strategy. Stay quiet, wait, and then strike with a move no one anticipated. This could easily be another example of her letting speculation peak before she reclaims control. A single romantic post, a wedding update, or even a new song filled with unmistakable love references could instantly put the rumors to rest. If she chooses that route, she wouldn't just silence the gossip, she would show everyone she knows exactly how to manage the narrative. For now, though, the fan theories persist. One key detail that keeps resurfacing is the missing B ring. In celebrity culture, rings are more than accessories. They're signals. Fans watch for them closely, and the absence of Selena's ring has become a central piece of the breakup. Speculation. Combine that with Benny's reduced presence on her feed, subtle shifts in her tone during interviews, and Teresa reappearing in the spotlight, and fans have a puzzle they can't stop analyzing. Whether these clues mean something real or are simply coincidences hardly matters. The story has taken on a life of its own online. A report circulating behind the scenes added another layer of intrigue, suggesting Selena is quietly wrestling with doubts about the future of her relationship. No dramatic fights, no explosive scandals, just a persistent, nagging uncertainty. That kind of quiet fear feels far more believable than wild rumors, and it keeps fans engaged, waiting to see what unfolds next. The upcoming wedding adds even more pressure. Scheduled for September in Montecito, it's expected to be a 2-day event, either intimate or filled with high-profile guests. While sources say the plans are still moving forward, the lack of public updates only intensifies curiosity. If invitations are out and preparations continue, fans might feel reassured. But if any sign of the wedding disappears, or if the celebration doesn't happen, it will feel like confirmation that the relationship may indeed be in trouble. The wedding becomes a milestone that could either validate the speculation or completely dismiss it. Ultimately, Selena's story isn't just about rumors or headlines. It's about how she communicates through her art and life. Every post, every song, every subtle gesture carries weight. Whether this throwback post is merely a moment of nostalgia or the first sign of a new chapter in her life, it keeps the world watching. Selena Gomez remains a storyteller whose every move matters, and fans can't help but read between the lines. Thanks for following along on this roller coaster. Her music, her photos, and even her silence are all part of a narrative that's still unfolding. Like, subscribe, and share your thoughts. Do you think this was just reminiscing? Or is there something deeper at play? Either way, keep listening. Because with Selena, the heart behind the headlines is always worth paying attention to.